Shall we start?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Are you sick and tired of where you are, working hard for years for nothing? Do you have a guts to step out of where you are to achieve your financial freedom?
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible.
It's Cubans like you who are giving a bad name to our people. People who come here and work hard and make a good name for themselves. People who send their children to school and pay their taxes.
Please, what are you saying? That's your son!
Son! I wish I had one.
I haven't been patient. Ever since I've been famous, my time has been racing. My motives are basic.
Diplomantiq.
Before I actually go into more specific details about Diplomantiq, I should explain my background because most of it has come out of my life experiences and my professional experiences. Now, I'm originally from Abu Dhabi, spent my formative years there, and I grew up in London also. And Diplomantiq, it is a combination of two words, as you might have guessed: diplomacy in the first part, and mantiq. Mantiq in Arabic meaning logic or reasoning. Two things that are very vital in today's world that often gets overlooked. So, what do we do in Diplomantiq? We research, we create media content, and create events such as this. The prerequisites. Now, the key themes that are running throughout Diplomantiq. These are all disjointed, they might seem in and of themselves, but they do overlap, are quite interdisciplinary as well. The self, like we said, awareness of the self, and awareness in the self as a concept as well, and narratives. Now, narratives as something that we shape ourselves, and finally, obviously, diplomacy as a skill and also as a concept. To change anything, to improve anything, to progress anything, we need, or that we see that needs to be progressed, we need to come out of that and try to approach it from a way that we didn't do when we got there in the first place. So the self, always begin with the self, i.e. the individual, us, the physical presence, the family member, the friend, the colleague, the member of society, the citizen, and obviously the human being at the end of the day. These are integral parts to a lot of the stuff we cover in Diplomantiq. We always start from that. And when we dissect it, we look at all the different theories that approach this idea of the self. Our consciousness, our values, our identity, our gender, and other social constructs. The daily questions. Now, to put that in more context, these are certain basic questions that we ask at Diplomantiq for ourselves first and to others. So you can read it for yourself. Are you conscious of the basic needs of others as well as your own? Respect rights of people. Are you conscious of the environment around you? Are you conscious of what you consume on a daily basis? Not just food, but clothes, media.
You must gain balance within yourself before you can bring balance to the world.
Always start with the self. Now, awareness of the self requires disruption. Like we said, starting with the physical awareness, awareness of our emotions, our mental awareness, spatial awareness, social and global. Awareness as a concept. How people raise awareness. And with the rise of social media and the internet, that has changed. People to raise awareness, to be able to let you know about information has changed. A great example of this is someone called Salam Pax. And have you heard of Salam Pax? And during the invasion, and just before the invasion actually, he had a blog set up specifically to communicate with his friend who was living in Jordan from Baghdad. He was in Baghdad and he was communicating with him. Internet was really bad at the time, but he managed to, he was working in computing, so he had access. And he used to post English blog posts on his blog for his friend to read. And when the invasion happened, journalists couldn't find anybody on the ground to actually connect with and get information from in the first, I believe, a month or two. And this man, when they stumbled upon his blog, because obviously blogging was mainly used by journalists and just techno geeks, so this person, and this was in 2002, 2003, so not much people actually knew about it, but this person mastered the art of blogging at that period of time, and he became the kind of coordinator for all the media activities. And then when they tracked him down, he was actually a translator during the war for one of the media news agencies, but no one knew it was him. And so that created the term citizen journalism, awareness in campaigns. So similarly, in cause marketing or causes in general, who market their causes, who I'm looking at this just in terms of organizational level, but also this can be applied to more governmental or personal level, how we try to send a message across and influence people and their behavior and their perception towards things. Use certain techniques to do so, and methods and language. And this was something that we also cover in Diplomantiq.
This is an awareness test. How many passes does the team in white make?
Go!
The answer is 13. But did you see the moonwalking bear?
You see, so you gamify it, you create some sort of a test for the person, you make them see their own weaknesses. This cause actually was for the TFL, to make people aware when they were implementing new rules for cyclists. They had new bike lanes. This was about 7-8 years ago. The way that they created the awareness for this is different from other methods, for example, what they call temporary guilt factors, where they try to shock people. You might have seen traditional charity campaigns that try to scare people or make people feel hopeless about a cause and they have to do something about it. In this campaign, they didn't. They opted for something else, which is to use a training method, which is an awareness test. This hasn't turned on. So, we go to another one. Understanding narratives. One world, many stories. Another key coordinate within the Diplomantiq initiative. Understanding narratives and creating your own narratives and participating as well. So we have another exercise. This one might require a bit more calorie burning. I want you to stand next to someone that you don't know.
But I had been so immersed in the media coverage of Mexicans that they had become one thing in my mind: the abject immigrant. I had bought into the single story of Mexicans, and I could not have been more ashamed of myself. So that is how to create a single story. Show a people as one thing, as only one thing, over and over again, and that is what they become.
I think it's uneven. We can talk.
Yeah, that's all right. So who's not even? You can tell a story with me. Okay. So basically, 30 seconds each. Tell a story to the other person. All right. So you have about a minute. So let's do it. But any story. It could be something from your life. It could be today. It could be a day in a life. So just a story. All right.
Talk to an Iraqi today. Hey, I'm an American. Are there any fat people in Iraq?
Yes.
Did you have a tough life growing up?
Not really, no. I had a much tougher life in the last 4 years.
How do you and the Iraqi people feel about our troops being there? Do they feel like we're occupiers?
What do you think of all the different positions that you see females in this country doing?